What as a guy do you wish girls knew? We will remember a genuine compliment. FOREVER. Plain. Hard to get. Does not work for a lot of people. That sometimes a hug or nice compliment can mean a lot. We can ride that wave for quite a while. I know all about my mates. I don't know what they'll do in the future. I don't know that much about their romantic life. They don't know anything about me. Sometimes guys spend time around each other and don't get too mixed up in the past or the future. This concept blows my sister's mind. If you genuinely compliment a guy, don't be upset if they don't react the same way a woman would react to a random compliment. Most dudes get them so infrequently that when it does happen, there is a part of them that wonders if it was genuine or if they are just giving them a polite and/or pity compliment. This often leads to an awkward, unenthusiastic response to said compliment. It never occurs to most guys to just say, "Thanks." When I say, "I don't mind," I really mean it. If I did mind, I would say so. I really like to hang out with my friends because I love them, not because I don't want to spend time with you. Making a move on a guy will nearly always be appreciated, as well as communicating issues clearly with no bullshit. Men love being the target of a romantic gesture. Many men never have been. When you tug my wang, you're not starting a lawnmower. Where my 10mm socket is. A good hug is always welcome. An erection is a non-voluntary muscle reaction, with or without stimuli. Only a selected few have mastered the ability to manually command their boners to stop being erect. About the shrinkage. Sometimes it hides like a frightened turtle. Girl. I'm dropping so many hints. Why doesn't he get them? Boy. I think girl is dropping hints, but I'm not sure I want to risk my friendship and embarrassment, so I'll just ignore them. Sometimes mons just need some alone time. From everyone and everything. Just ask us out, you have the advantage. It's okay to make the first move. Guys can be shy too. Come talk to me instead of staring at me. That every expression that crosses our face does not relate to you. Some of us have a lot going on between the ears and we're trying to make sense of it. Sometimes men just don't get hard. It's not you. It's many things. From lifestyle and diet to stress and anxiety, and just getting older. Please try not to take it as a sign of lack of attraction or affection. Sometimes it just happens. Get away from me at night in the summertime. I still love you. I'm just hot as frock and don't want to snuggle. We like random gifts. We like random hugs. We like random signs of affection and love. Sometimes just a cup of coffee in my favorite mug is enough to convince me it's going to be a good day. If you don't tell us you want something, we honest to God want no. Case in point. My ex was sat at home and I was going to the local shop. Hey, do you want anything from the shop? No, I am good. She got mad because I didn't buy her anything. Please ask us out. It makes us feel wanted and loved. We want to be seen as sexy, beautiful creatures. Many of us want to be pursued also. To feel like we don't have to always motivate women into wanting us. Nobody should be the designated initiator 100% of the time. I am perfectly happy sitting in silence, playing video games for a few hours at a time on a weekend morning, night, and it doesn't mean I'm mad at ignoring you. Don't want to spend time together. Ya boy is just trying to chill. When we tell women that we don't know how we feel about something, it's usually true and we genuinely don't really understand how we are supposed to feel. I personally wasn't allowed to express emotions growing up, and it turned into me not being able to understand my emotions. When we went on that date and I kept you warm on that bench and you rested your head on my shoulders, and afterwards we kissed and said goodbye. I still wasn't entirely sure you were into me, and I've been thinking about how dumb I am for the last couple of days. // Just because I'm not talking doesn't mean I'm not enjoying my time with you. If you don't want to hear the truth about something, don't ask me to tell you the truth, because I'm going to tell you the truth every time. We need just as much support as you do. It's always a shock when a guy kills himself until you look back at all the subtle cries for help. We're screaming on the inside and we need someone to let us know it's okay. Edit. To all those asking me if I'm fine, I am the least of your worries. Please, instead of talking to this meaningless random dude, if he's okay, just go ask your fathers, brothers, mothers and sisters. Your family matters. Not any of these frocking digital inputs around you. When we say we're thinking about nothing, the majority of the time it literally is just nothing or ridiculous scenarios that we make up that sound stupid when said out loud. Sometimes a guy just doesn't want to talk. It's not 'cause we hate you or sick of you. Just want to be alone and do my own thing. All the hurtful things they say and do don't just magically disappear from men's memory. We have feelings too. And sitting on a man for being honest with feelings as not being manly is not only cruel but also highly ironic considering there's a constant yearning for men with emotion. Edit. Thanks for all the lovely awards. Some kind folks out there less than 3 and also. It hurts to see how many of y'all have been hurt. I feel for you, truly. Hang in there. I'm rootin' for ya. You know that complaint that women sometimes have that just because they are polite to you doesn't mean they're interested in you? Yeah, that works both ways. I'm not saying, good morning, because I want to bed you. I'm not holding the door for you because I think you'll reward me with some nookie for doing so, etc. etc. I'm doing so because, like you, I'm a decent human being and am being polite. We actually really want to be complimented too. A 60-year-old woman complimented me 5 years ago and it still makes me feel good, which just shows how little we get compliments. I want real knight armor for my birthday, but I'm not allowed to say so because society forces me to hide it. When I say I'm not thinking of anything, I'm not trying to hide things from you. I'm exploring the sea that is my mind. No destination, just exploration. Sometimes stuff is just difficult. For no reason I can also be sad. Just because I don't cry doesn't mean I'm not sad. And we don't get hints. Just tell us what you want and things would be so much easier for everyone involved. Also, we don't want to be the ones who always initiate sex. It makes us feel creepy sometimes. We love compliments. Well, I can't talk for everyone. Get so few, but those I do get really means a lot. If I'm laying in bed with someone, just enjoying the moment together, I should be able to just enjoy the moment and let my mind drift to wherever it's going. If you want to talk about the future of the relationship or something, that's great and we can do that if you start that conversation. But if you ask me out of the blue what I'm thinking about, and I say Bolbies, slap slap slap, song from Jimmy Neutron, then you shouldn't get mad at me just because it's not the thing they wanted me to be thinking about. Just tell me you want to talk about the relationship and we can do that. We don't know where we want to eat either. My balls hurt. A boner doesn't always mean I'm thorny. It sometimes just pops up out of nowhere. I want physical affection outside of sex. Maybe it's just the women I've been with, but no one ever hugs me, rubs my back, or plays with my hair. And I do that stuff for you ladies all the time. Sometimes I just want you to walk up to me and hug me. Part of the reason I ask for sex so often is because I feel physically lonely and it's the only time I get to feel the touch of another human being. No, I am not hitting on you. I am asking if you're okay because you fell down the stairs. That after a man ejaculates, there is a period that they lose their sex drive and they literally can't get an erection. This can be anywhere from a few minutes to a few hours. We aren't great with hints. Communication is king. Respecting our wishes is just as important as us respecting yours. We aren't unemotional, we just may not show it as often. It hurts when I've had to hear from my mother or sister say things like, "You're a guy. You aren't good with your emotions," or, "You don't understand being emotional." I do. I absolutely do. Saying things like, "I don't understand," in such an arrogant, condescending tone only makes me want to show them less. We like to be the little spoon too sometimes. We are people too. We have the same feelings, fears and dreams as you do. Our way of expressing ourselves may be different than yours, but we still experience the same range of feelings that you do. Please don't treat us as something less than yourself. We feel just as much as you do and we express it differently. Days off are for resting. I've dated a lot of women who heard I had 2 days off work and took it as an invitation to make plans for us. Like, yeah, I appreciate that you put all this effort into planning our time together, but sometimes I am just burned out and need like 2 days of just sitting home in my underwear watching TV. When a male is being nice to you, it doesn't necessarily mean they want something or even find you attractive. We are more than capable of being nice just for the sake of it. We can really, honestly, not think about anything. We're not plotting, analyzing, or mentally calculating arguments. A man is totally capable of just blankly staring at a horizon with not a single thought in his head. I wish they knew not to yank on the Johnson like they're starting to save a plane from a spiraling nosedive. That shit hurts. We can be emotional AF too. It's not just you ladies. We might not express it the same, might seem fine or just a bit off. But inside we're falling apart or a seething pit if rage. We are insecure as hell at times. Be it, frock I'm an fat piece of shit. I could be the ugliest person alive. I'm in no way capable of doing this. I'm drowning and in way too deep. It can creep up out of nowhere and cripple us. We love being complimented, want to be wanted, want to feel needed, which is part of the reason we automatically slip into, "How can this be fixed?" when we listen to your problems instead of giving a, "Oh damn, that sucks," answer that you might be looking for. A lot of us aren't thorny 100% of the time. If I just came off a 12-hour day in 104 heat, I'm just not feeling it. If you take the initiative and ask an average-looking dude out, there's like a 99% chance he'll say yes. Your hints are confusing. Just be direct. Wearing my Cubs jersey while watching them play brings good luck and helps them win. Hair ties don't go in the sink. Oh. Post-ejaculation clarity. Immediately after ejaculation our brains are not flooded with sex chemistry. So there's a window upwards of 10 minutes, though usually much faster, where we don't really have a sex drive. It's a weird feeling. Don't get mad but instead use your womanly wiles and lures to entice us into cuddling. Even without sex drive in those very fleeting moments a hug is always nice. Boners aren't consent. We don't have the time or the energy to chase a girl. That when two guys talk to each other, they don't talk about life, hobbies, kids, work, etc. We just talk, and we don't remember what we talk after it. That we can't read your frocking minds. Tell us. We're idiots, just tell us sit. Don't expect us to work it out ourselves. The answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. Apart from the boner thing. You have a massive impact on our lives. The smallest things you can harm or help us so much since we are so starved for affection and have our emotions alienated. I had one friend who was a girl who just acted kind to me and it helped my mental health so frocking much. When we say you're pretty without makeup and that you don't need it to be beautiful, we mean it. Our feelings are just as valid as yours. And shouldn't be held against us. My fiancé and I are in the process of planning our wedding, and she consistently gets irritated with me because I don't get as excited as she does. I'm sorry. I do want to marry you and I am excited, but I find it really frocking hard to jump up and down about picking out flowers and centerpieces. Just because you have been planning your Disney wedding since you were a young girl doesn't mean dudes do the same. And getting pissy with me because I am not mirroring your emotions exactly is really not cool. And not healthy for both of our mental health and the relationship. When the conversation goes like this. Woman, deep sigh. Man, are you okay? Woman, deep sigh. I guess so. Man, okay. If something isn't okay, just tell us. Otherwise assume everything is running just fine with you. I want a sword. About once every 7 days. Go visit your mother. Go out with friends. Go shopping. Just leave me alone for 6 or 8 hours. Doesn't mean I don't like you and I'll be happier to see you later. Just give me the better part of a day alone once a week.